he spoke one-on-one with KCRA 3's Denson Cortez this afternoon about what he says he was doing before the fire sparked and then what happens in the hours afterwards. So, Denson, you had a chance there to face the man. What did he say?
Yeah, Golson, it was an exclusive interview with Herbert himself. He tells me that this wasn't intentional. This was an accident. He was at his son's ranch just using machinery when this sparked flames and then eventually led to over 9,000 acres burned here. And I want to paint the picture of where we're at right now. We're at Hakima Drive. Peyton was here yesterday, and you can see how narrow this road is. It only really allows one vehicle in and out. If you want to go up this steep terrain, you have to pull to the side, which is posing some obstacle for firefighters here. And we're off to the side where you can see some burn scars into this road on the in front of me here. Obviously uprooted trees and some burned debris out in the distance. But yeah, like I told you, he told me this was not intentional. This was all accidental, stemming from him being at his son's ranch and using machinery. So Herbert Wayne Smith says what started as a typical day of cleaning up scrap metal quickly turned into a disaster. Smith told me he was using a power saw to cut green waste off of a motor at his son's ranch when he says he turned around and saw a fire burning behind him. Smith says he tried to chase the flames and had his son call 911 when they couldn't get a signal, and then guided firefighters to the location. He told KCRA he cooperated with investigators at the scene before he was taken into custody hours later. Smith repeatedly told us this was an accident, saying he never intended for this to happen and apologizes to those impacted.
And you had a chance to talk to Smith there for several minutes. Again, an exclusive interview here. What do court and jail records show that Smith was arrested for?
Yeah, so according to jail records, Golson, he was arrested on a felony charge of causing a fire to forest land, along with misdemeanor charges alleging he operated machinery without the required clearance and allowed a fire to escape and spread, and then Smith bonded out later. But like I said, obviously this impact is greatly felt. We've seen aerial views of how this has impacted people in our area. Obviously it's going to be a continued firefight for crews here on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have homes gone now and nearly 10,000 acres burned. Denson, thank you for that part of our coverage tonight. Again, crews have established some containment to continue.
We saw last night, so the smoke has been isolated here, more the Calaveras area, Amador County, and a little bit into El Dorado County. As it progresses through the night, we are going to see that shift to the south again. So across Tuolumne County and on into Mariposa County, you may start smelling the smoke in those areas, and then it'll see it kind of just lift a little bit. As we get into the morning hours, it's going to be the most concentrated at the ground, and then it'll mix out through the afternoon. So those are the conditions we're dealing with the smoke as well as the air quality. Now back over to you.
All right, Dirk, thanks. And there's also this, after canceling school today because of the fire.